YouTube, this is Phoenix Dingo. Thank you for coming to my channel. First things first, please subscribe, help me get to 100 viewers. All right, so today I wanted to talk about Jessie Lee Peterson. He is a I don't even want to say that because what he says is incredible. He is a podcast person and has a radio show. According to Newsweek, actually not even just according to Newsweek, I have a clip which will be down below, where basically he's saying, sorry if I'm looking down, I gotta read it. Too much to remember. All right. This little Asian guy or Chinese guy or whatever he is should go back to China or wherever he came from. He also said, you allow these people to come into our country and come with their socialist and communist ideas. He also says, can we send him back to where he came from? Let him go over there and give away free stuff. Why is he coming over here to turn America into the place he left? Okay. First things first, he's Taiwanese. It's frustrating because one, he's black. So these statements have been used towards black people forever, and for a black person to turn around and say, hey, why don't you go where you came from, is one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard. Most of what I've read up on him is ridiculous, period. But things like that is dangerous. It's just not even stuff that should be coming out of your mouth, especially given the history that we've gone through. Although looking up the views of this individual, I'm trying to keep everything as nice as possible. Looking up the views that he has, he is just a skewed individual. Now, granted, I don't know how to even say this nicely. He looks like he might not be all there, as if he might be mentally impaired. We'll put it like that. And that's not saying anything bad about people who are handicapped. I'm just saying listening to the clip, he seems to be that. So I don't even know if I should even be going against this Reverend Jessie Lee Peterson, because that just might not be the right thing to do if that's the case. But either way, it's said, and it's on it's apparently a big radio show, so I'm saying it. And this is what I said in one of my other videos. I think part of the problem is a lot of people might feel like this. They might not say it, but I feel like a lot of people very well might feel the same exact way. I think that people fear communism, they fear socialism, they don't know exactly what it is, and I'm going to do another video on those two subjects, and I'm not saying that that's the way that we should go, but I'm saying that a lot of people who are ill-informed on things like to speak as if they are the authority on them, okay? And for someone to sit here and say, what, you let people come into the country, first off, you obviously haven't done your research, okay? Because he was born here, okay? His parents are immigrants. He was born here. He's American, okay? And second of all, talking about giving away free stuff, this is something, I don't even have to go into the freedom dividend, because the Yang Gang knows exactly what that is and what it stands for, okay? You have people like this who come in and they want to run crazy and say reckless statements like this, given the history of your own people, which it sounds like you're ashamed to be black, period. I saw statements about thank God for slavery and that women shouldn't have been able to vote. I mean, this is the dangerous stuff that's being put out there. And if you had asked me 10 years ago if any of this stuff would have worried me, I wouldn't have blinked an eye. I really would not have. Um, because I didn't think that certain things would happen. I wouldn't think that people would go against certain things. They're already set in stone, but you see slowly certain bills being introduced, people trying to put certain ideas out there to bring back, to roll back on things that were already put in place. Even when it comes to voting rights, like I had a lady years ago when I was in North Carolina, and she was like, "You need to register to vote and be careful because they're trying to take away our right to vote, and there's some kind of law that is." Basically, she was telling me about some kind of law, and I was like, "She is crazy. No one's trying to take away my right to vote because I'm black." Well, it turns out it was very much true. It was on the news. It was very much true. And I was stunned. I was like, people are really still trying to do this stuff. And so you have people like this who they're they're the ones who people can go, see, even he agrees with me. It's disgusting. I I'm a little speechless, which is something that rarely happens to me. I I feel kind of bad for him because he must not be happy, but this is this is dangerous stuff to be saying, because one of the biggest things that I've learned in life is if you don't stick together, when someone comes for you, you very well could be by yourself. Okay? If they start going for one group, what's to say they're not going to start going for the next group? You know, it's kind of like in the gay community. A lot of people fought and fought and fought for gay marriage and stopped and left the transgender community to dry. Like, huh, we got ours. Sorry. And they stopped. Not everybody, but a bunch of people stopped. Now you got people trying to introduce bills to allow people to fire us, just in case you didn't know I'm gay, us, because we're gay. Like that, if we don't get a hold of this now, if we don't stop checking these people, and we don't stop fighting, and we don't stick up for each other, this could get real bad. And like I said, I would never have believed this or even started freaking out. I would have been like, you're a conspiracy theorist. But I see it. Luckily, I have an amazing partner who has taken me out of the shallow. Um, there was a time years ago that you wouldn't have caught me talking about anything but Beyonce, period. But between him and going back to school and getting educated, I started learning so much about so many things. And I started seeing things that were not often talked about. And so now when I hear stuff like this, I see the potential danger. Because if you look at different things that are happening, there are people who really do want to do this stuff. They want to roll back. And they say statements like this. It's ridiculous. Anyways, I will put a link below to a clip of him saying this stuff. And, oh yeah, and he asked if he was an anchor baby. I mean, why are you going to make statements like this if you're not going to do your homework? Why? Why? It's not like it's hard to find the information, especially now. Like, he is a man. He's a mess. He's just a mess. But yeah, I just wanted to let everyone know about this situation. And if you want to talk to him, his number is 888-775-3773. That's the number to his radio station Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. in California. So if you want to call and talk to him, I definitely say feel free. Um, Yang him up. But anyways, yeah, I just wanted to bring that to attention of everybody. Um, it's sad that people still think like this. It's sad that we have to be so divided and we can't just all get along and be friends. You know, it sounds all hippie and stuff, but I mean, why? Especially if you call yourself a reverend. One of the most prevalent themes in the Bible was charity, taking care of the less fortunate. This is almost based off a biblical principle, the freedom dividend. Like, any Christian voting against it, I'm just saying, I don't want to judge. My dad's a pastor. I grew up with the church. It's a biblical theme to take care of those who are less fortunate. But people like you sit here and hear this and go way left with it. It's sad. It's sad, and I'm sure whatever God you believe in is mortified. Everybody have a great day. Gang, gang forever. Oh, yeah, and he's Taiwanese.